Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Owl Athletic Complex at Keene State College for today's NCAA Division III Little East Conference semifinal matchup between the visiting 4th seeded UMass Dartmouth Corsairs and the number 1 seed, the Keene State College Owls. First, the starting lineup for the visitors of UMass Dartmouth. In goal, a junior number 22, Ted McCaffrey. A senior defenseman number 1, Matt Clement. A sophomore defender number 2, Ty Collins. A freshman defender number 6, Chris Brosh. A sophomore midfielder number 7, Josh Souza. A junior attack number 11, Donovan Brzezinski. A sophomore midfielder number 13, Sawyer Gibbons. A freshman midfielder number 17, Alexi Fawzi. A freshman attack number 19, Kevin Swenson. And a freshman midfielder number 24, Jake Coombs. The Corsairs are led by head coach Ryan Murphy. He is assisted by Mike Forns, Matt LaFond, and Kirk Franklin. And now the starting lineup for the Keene State College Owls. In goal, a sophomore number 44, Chase Chamberlain. A senior midfielder number 4, Steve Hamill. A sophomore midfielder number 11, Matthew Lemke. A junior midfielder number 12, Dave Wiedenfeld. A sophomore attack number 14, Joe Nutting. A senior defenseman number 21, Charles Malloy IV. A senior midfielder number 23, JJ Downey. A junior defenseman number 25, Noah DeGorsey. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to today's broadcast of Keene State Men's Lacrosse here on the Fenton Family Dealership Owls Media Network. I'm Tyler DeRosa, joined alongside by Matt Olderman. We have the first semifinal matchup here at Keene State. We have the Keene State College Owls going against the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs here in this first semifinal match. Matt, obviously the Owls number 1 seed in the LEC, undefeated record in the LEC so far. What are you looking to see out of the Owls?
Well, I'd like to see more of the same all season, and same that they've done the last couple of years here in the tournament. They're going for their 6th straight LEC title, and they have to get through the matchup against the Corsairs here today. First, of course, should be a good one.
Yep. Last time we faced up against UMass Dartmouth, the Owls won 19-10. Lemke and Gibbons facing off here. And Lemke wins. In goal for the Corsairs is Ted McCaffrey.
Also a very wet day here at the complex. You can see them kicking up water on the field already. Should be interesting to see if that affects play at all.
Yep, far side now is Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld passes it around, and now Malloy up top passes it to excuse me, Marcella. Marcella drives the forced to pass it back to Nutting. Shot taken, goal by Shane Malloy. Owls get on the board. Seconds in.
Malloy.
I'm sorry. Do you need more of those anywhere or no?
Are there no more down there?
Okay. Thank you.
Great goal there by Shane Malloy, getting the Owls rolling right away.
Yeah, right off the bat. Malloy, I mean, he's been having an incredible season his freshman year. That's his 20th of the season.
And that one is won by Lemke again. And that's passed up to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld able to clear it. Wiedenfeld driving himself and forced behind the net. Wiedenfeld still keeping it. Wiedenfeld passes it in front right to Marcella, and there is another goal by Keene State.
Right to Joe Nuttin.
Beautiful goal there. Owls getting on the board early here in the first half. In the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a well executed play there. You know, Wiedenfeld kind of just hung out behind the net, waiting for an opportunity. Saw Joe Nuttin right outside the circle for a bit there, and just waiting for the pass, and he got it perfectly executed.
And again, here's Lemke and Gibbons taking the face off. And there's a false start by Lemke. This is going to be set to be UMass's first possession. This is Fozzie. Fozzie passes it back to Rizzo. Rizzo on the far side passes it up to Souza. And Souza loses that, but it's looking to be picked up by one of his teammates here. And that's picked up here by Cormier for the Owls. Whistle blows, and it's going right back to the Corsairs. Jordan is starting with it, passes it over to Rizzo. Rizzo, other side shot, score by Przinski, and UMass gets on the board now.
Donovan Przinski.
Great job by UMass being able to respond fast to two quick Keene State goals.
Right, and that's what it's going to take, especially after the two quick goals by the Owls. You know, that's what you have to do if you're Dartmouth. And none other than Przinski, too. He's the guy for the Corsairs. Watch out for number 11 all day.
And now Lemke and Gibbons again. And this is fighting for it. Let's see who wins it. And that's won by Dartmouth. Przinski with it now just scored UMass's goal. Now Rizzo. Rizzo on the near side working his way behind the goal. Slowly being guarded here by Downey. Przinski shoots, scores! Excuse me. Rizzo shoots and scores. Tied up quick, just like that. UMass 2 possessions and 2 goals.
Yeah, just like that. Rizzo saw the opportunity open up in front of him when Downey went to the ground. No one defending Rizzo, and he went for it. Nice shot.
If you're wondering if Keene State was going to just dominate this game, because they got 2 goals in the matter of like 2 minutes pretty much, but UMass able to come back now and even it right back up. New game.
Yeah, we've seen performances like that out of the Owls a lot this season, you know, dominating ones. So when you see a game start like that, you'd expect that, but UMass Dartmouth responding well.
Yep, Lemke ends up losing that, so Gibbons able to win it. Here's Jordan. Jordan, one of the leading scorers for UMass. Souza, far side, working his way behind the goal. Souza tripped up when he passes that to Przinski. UMass with it. This is pass to Souza. Souza loses it, and it's picked up by the Owls.
Solid defense by the Owls that time. You saw Blanchard giving Souza, I believe, a tough time, and here they go.
Yep, and Wiedenfeld loses that, but the Owls get it back. Wiedenfeld, shot saved by McCaffrey.
Fancy shot by Wiedenfeld. He tried kind of flicking it in there sneakily, but goalkeeper was ready for it.
UMass going on the attack once again here. This is Jordan with it. Jordan up top, passes that over to Swenson. Now UMass just moving around up top. Rizzo here. Rizzo scored the tying goal here just a few minutes ago. Rizzo looking to drive, passing it back to Swenson. And goal scored by Souza. Just like that. Just like that, UMass Dartmouth takes a lead here.
It's amazing how quick things change, you know. UMass Dartmouth, they got down 2-0 early, you know, but they did not let that discourage them at all. Yeah. They find themselves with the lead 5 minutes in.
Yes, they do, and I haven't seen all my home games here that we've had so far. I don't think I've seen Keene actually get down like this so far. I want to see how they do from playing from behind, even though it's only one goal.
Right, and still plenty of time left in the game.
And that's won by UMass again.
17.
And it's picked up by Fozzie.
17, yeah. That was just 7.
Fozzie to Souza. Souza just scored that goal. Przinski. Przinski taking it back here on the near side. Przinski slowing it down, forced to pass it over to Radin.
I like the strategy. They're not rushing in there. They're waiting for an opportunity to present itself.
Yep, they have plenty of time on the shot clock, too. Still 45 seconds left. Here's Jordan. Jordan shoots. Jordan scores. UMass doing a great job here, taking it to Keene State. Keene State needs to try and get back into it here.
Man, what an offensive performance in the last couple of minutes here by the Corsairs.
Yeah. We haven't really seen Keene really get down in a game since the beginning of the season. Keene started the season 0-4, so we haven't seen, 0-3, so we haven't seen them. We haven't seen them win.
1 minute 11.
I believe we have a penalty here. Yep. This penalty is going to be on Przinski.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, and so the Owls go on the 1-minute man advantage here.
That could be a good opportunity for them to get back ahead here. As we mentioned, Przinski, one of the top guys, so that's going to be tougher on the Corsairs for a minute in the game here.
Yep.
Especially with great field position here.
Yep, this is the last time Owls haven't had a possession in a while, and that's picked back up here by Nutting. Nutting not able to get the goal. He got the shot. He got his own rebound, but he's not able to get it on the second chance. But the Owls do keep it here.
Yeah, how about Ted McCaffrey? Not once, but twice denying Nutting.
Shooting it, scored there. Saved there by McCaffrey. UMass defense here, stepping up.
Woof. Yeah, McCaffrey stepping up. How about that?
Yep.
That's one way to keep your team ahead when they're down a man.
Yep, only 20 seconds left now for the man advantage to the Owls. I'm sure the Owls are going to try and get at least one more shot here at the last 17 seconds, but UMass picks it up.
Turnover for us.
Yeah.
Turnover Keene.
And picked up by them 27.
Oh, there's a
And,
flag.
yeah, we have a penalty coming. I believe this one is going to be on Chris Morgan, if I'm not mistaken, for the Owls.
Who has it? 3.
Yeah, I saw Rizzo jawing at the Owls bench there. There was a lot of commotion.
Yep.
18.
Here is Jordan.
That's 18.
Shot taken there by
18 wide. Now we got
Wienek, and now we have a penalty coming. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, wild shot. Don't know if Downey deflected the shot by Wienek or not.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be on Chris Morgan. I saw before Chris Morgan was able to come in,
30 seconds.
it's going to be interference on Chris Morgan. Yeah, right before he came into the game, there was a UMass player that was about to go out of bounds. He kind of like checked him, so that's definitely interference because Chris Morgan wasn't even in the game yet.
Right,
But
yeah,
now-
then he came in the game and gave a shot to Rizzo, too.
Yep, UMass with the 30-second man advantage here, so not a very long one. UMass really pass it around. Shot taken there by Swenson. That'll be wide. Still man advantage here for UMass.
19.
Behind the goal now to Przinski. Shot taken there wide by Wienek, and the Owls able to kill the man advantage.
Whew, and by a matter of inches, too.
Yep,
Wiensek really close on that one.
good penalty kill there by the Owls.
Turnover.
And that's turned over now. The Owls pick it up.
Has it. UMass 37. Paused by 32. Ground ball Keene 32.
And Owls easily able to clear it here.
Yep. Is that 12? Yeah.
This is Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld on the far side passes it over to Nutting, back to Wiedenfeld.
Now here's Carey with it.
Yep. Rushing towards the goal is Fritchie. Shot saved there by McCaffrey. McCaffrey doing a great job here in goal. And Fozzie picks it up. Whistles
Man.
blow. And it's
Fozzie
staying
getting
with
roughed
UMass.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart of him to try to get rid of it. 4 Owl defenders swarming him.
Here is Przinski. Przinski racing. We have whistle blows. And timeout taken by UMass Dartmouth. UMass Dartmouth leading here 4-2 with 7:07 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back on the Fenton Family Dealerships Owls Media Network. All right, we're back now. Przinski is going to start with it here on the near side, passes it over to Rizzo. White comes right up to Rizzo. This is over to Swenson. Swenson can't find an opening, passes it over to Wienek. Pushed out here. 50 seconds on the shot clock. Still plenty of time. Rizzo. Rizzo up top. Rizzo trying to work around White here. Shot taken there by Rizzo, will be wide. UMass does keep it. Here on the near side is Przinski. That shot will go high. Over to Przinski. Przinski thought about shooting that. Doesn't go for it. Forced to pull back. Now he's behind the goal. Near side. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Here is Jordan. Jordan shoots it low, and he rolls it in there somehow. 5 seconds left.
How about that? Sliding to the ground, scores it.
Yeah, that was a bad goal. I don't know how Chamberlain didn't see that. I don't think Chamberlain probably wasn't even expecting him to try and shoot it like that when he was on his back. He was probably expecting him to get up, but all of a sudden he just rolled it right in there.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely should have been ready for it, though, especially with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. You'd expect him to want to get one off.
Yep. Lemke and Gibbons. Owls got Lemke. UMass has Gibbons. I'm sure nobody expected this score here to start this game. And this is picked up by the Owls. And it's cleared by Downey, but Downey falls, and now it's picked up by Fozzie. Very slippery here. It's causing a lot of turnovers. And now the Owls get it back. Passed over. Shot taken, bounced. No good by Waldman.
Yeah, UMass defender. It might have been Collins. Got a stick in there. Sort of deflected Wiedenfeld's shot. Nutting.
Shot off the post by Nutting. Nothing going for the Owls here. Since those first 2 minutes where they were able to get an early 2-0 lead, there's nothing going for the Owls.
Yeah, unreal. I wonder if they're feeling the pressure at all. They haven't felt this in an LEC matchup all year long.
Almost 2 years they haven't felt pressure like this in an LEC matchup, Matt.
Right.
Here is Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld to Nutting.
Oh, man.
Shot saved by McCaffrey.
Look at McCaffrey. Falling to the ground, he managed to save the shot from Carey.
That's overshot, scored! Joe Nutting.
Owls goal scored by number 14, Joe Nutting.
Joe Nutting gets the Owls back into it. Owls within 2 with just over 4.5 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, no other player you'd expect to end Dartmouth's streak than Joe Nutting.
I was just about to say, Matt, to use a hockey term, to that point, Ted McCaffrey was standing on his head. But we have a penalty. Hold on. My guess, by the way, that the ref is pushing back the Keene State sideline. It might be on sportsmanlike conduct.
Substitution area, they're good.
Oh, never mind. No penalty. Ref is just keeping them off the substitution area because both teams starting to work their way a little bit towards midfield. Can't do that. Have to stay in your area.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically.
So now that the Corsairs' 5-goal streak is over, it'll be interesting to see how the Owls can get back into this one, if they can.
Yeah. Plenty of time. And this is won by the Owls. Charles Malloy, the older of the Malloy brothers. Pass, shot off the post by Downey. Shot, goal. Wait and see that by. That's going to be Shane Malloy. Shane Malloy scores his second goal. Now the Owls right back in it, Matt.
Yep, just like that. Just like that. I was just going to say before the Malloy goal, you know, it's possible the Owls could even regain the lead before the end of the quarter. Been a high-scoring quarter, and, yeah, Shane Malloy once again.
Yeah.
This has been madness. I can't keep track of this right now. No, it's the. Can't type. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Normal face-off again. Lemke and Gibbons. Lemke wins it pretty easily. Lemke looking to clear it, and he's able to.
Yeah, you can
Here's
see
Carey.
everyone's sliding all over the place.
Yeah.
That wet field is coming into play big time.
Bobby Carey with it, near side behind the net. Wiedenfeld looking to find a way to get in front of the goal here, but great defense by UMass. Passes it over to Marcella.
Got Shane Malloy handed out by the net.
Yep, I was moving around. Here's Frischi. Shot, scores, ties it up just like that.
Michael Fritchie.
Fritchie just like that, scoring it up, tying this game up.
How about that? Only his second goal of the season.
Came at a good time here in the first quarter of this game. 3.5 left in the first quarter.
Wow, 5-5. What an opening quarter we've had here so far.
Both teams changing up their face-off. Michael Shank going up against Tim Jordan. Michael Shank is the representative for the Owls, and Jordan is the representative for the Corsairs. And this is picked up by UMass. And
Loses it.
Jordan loses that, and it's picked up by, it's picked up by J.J. Downey. And the Owls able to clear it. That's up to Morgan. Morgan slowing it down. Morgan passes it over to Norris. Norris to Flanagan. Flanagan shoots. Flanagan shot blocked. Shoots again, and it's blocked again. That time by Broche.
36, you said? Or 6?
And
Oh, he
Broche
slips.
slips right before he gets past midfield. And the Owls able to pick it up again.
And they're all diving for it. You'd think it's a fumbled ball in
Yeah.
football the way they're all
I
going after it there.
Nutting passes it over to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld thought about shooting, but pulls back. Owls slowing it down now. Just over 2 minutes to go. First quarter. And that shot will be wide and over in the UMass zone. That's a turnover off of Joe Nutting. Bad pass.
Yeah, bad pass. Nutting kind of split right between two teammates with
Yep.
that pass.
My guess that he possibly lost his footing there because of the slippery surface. Loses his footing, bad pass.
Oh, yeah, certainly a possibility.
Tim Jordan starting out with it. Rizzo gets that to Souza. Behind the goal now is Swenson. Swenson working near side, passes it over to Wienek, and that's dropped. And now this is picked up here by DeGorsey.
Oh, it's 25?
I was able to clear it. Bobby Carey with it near side. Pass it over to Nutting. Here is Fritchie. Fritchie passed that up high to Nutting. Owls moving around a lot here. Up top is Shane Malloy. No, excuse me. That was Marcella. Now here is Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld up front. Shot taken. Blocked by UMass player. That shot was taken by Fritchie. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. I'm sure UMass can be hoping to get the lead back in just under a minute. Plenty of time for them to do that, too. Passed up. This is Jordan. Jordan shot wide.
Jordan had a good opportunity. Thought he might be the guy to do it.
Yep. UMass can take the last shot here if they So choose. Wienek. Wienek back to Rizzo. 10 seconds to go. Rizzo bounces it, shot wide, and the clock will stop with 7 seconds here in the first quarter. Pass to Wienek. Wienek looking for something. 2 seconds, 1 second, and turnover, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action. We are tied up heading into the second quarter, 5-5. We'll be right back from Fenton Family Dealerships, Owls Media Network. All right, and one thing to mention here, we never talked about the starting lineups. Starting for UMass was Matt Clement, Ty Collins, Chris Broche, Josh Souza, Donovan Przinski, Sawyer Gibbons, Alexi Fozzie, Kevin Swenson, Jake Coombs, and in goal was Ted McCaffrey.
Thank you, Ryan.
And we are about to start here the second quarter. During the next break, I will read those starting lineups for Keene State that started this game. Yeah, Matt, this is a fun game so far.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how if the quarter changes up here at all. I don't know if we'll expect 5 goals from each team again in this quarter, but it's certainly possible. Been high intense, high offense game.
Yep, there's one by Lemke. Lemke gets it to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld over pass to Carey. Carey gets the goal to start, starting just like the first quarter. I was scoring less than a minute.
Well, that didn't take long. Maybe they will wrap off 5 goals again in the quarter, you know. I mean, 13 seconds into it, and that's Carey's first of the day.
Yes, it is. Great job there by the Owls. As soon as they picked it up, they went right for it. They didn't hold back at all. That's what you want to see for the Owls.
Now it'll be interesting to see what the Corsairs can do playing down. You know, they were down 2-0 earlier, but now the Owls have scored the last 4 straight.
Yep. This is one again by Lemke here. Lemke slips, but he's able to get it back to Downey. Downey slowing it down, passes it to Marcella. Owls slowing it down a little bit here, but here comes Malloy. And Malloy met there by a defender, still trying to find somewhere to go. Marcella thought about shooting, pulls it back, passes it to Marcella. Owls swinging it around here. Here is Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld to Marcella, pulls back again. Here's Fritchie. Fritchie shot wide. Owls really contesting here to start the second quarter.
Kyle, remember when this game is over? Don't set it down to 0 till they're all clear.
One save shot.
And that's saved there by McCaffrey. McCaffrey had such a strong middle of that first quarter, very strong performance there. Even though the ball wasn't really in the UMass, in the Keene State zone very much, he still did a great job defending.
Yeah, McCaffrey's had to. I mean, the Owls, has turned over there. The Owls have taken a lot more shots than the Corsairs, so for the score to be this close, McCaffrey, that shows he's done well.
Here's Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld draws the penalty, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty coming here for UMass.
That's going to be on 17.
Excuse.
Yeah, I don't know what the. Let's see.
Waiting to get word on who it's on.
Yeah. I think I saw Fozzie kind of hit Wiedenfeld in the face mask there.
Yep. Yeah, like you just said, this one is going to be on Fozzie. It's going to be
30 seconds.
It's going to be a hold, and it's a 30-second man advantage for the Owls. Owls don't have much time to take advantage of it, but 30 seconds is just enough time in lacrosse. Pass it over to Wiedenfeld. Owls moving around. Shot taken. Marcella. Marcella scores. Owls lead now 7-5. Wonder if the Owls are starting to turn it on here, Matt.
Yeah, they definitely are. You can kind of tell the momentum's been with them ever since they started scoring again late in the first quarter. It'll be key for the Corsairs to get their momentum back if they want to stick in this one.
I totally agree with you.
I have no idea what you said. What did you say about the first quarter? Yeah, we're getting pizza.
And this one is waiting to see who it's won by. It's picked up by, I believe this is Hamilton. And cause tone over there by UMass.
They're still fighting for it.
Yes, they are. And it's won by Norris, but we have a penalty coming. Looks like, waiting to see, hold on. And this one's going to be on Patrick Wren of UMass. We have two penalties actually. So one is on Patrick Wren.
I didn't hear.
One's on Patrick Wren, and the other one is on Dave Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld gets a slash. Both of them are going to be 1-minute penalties, so stay even. 8-on-8 action.
Yeah, what kind of pizza you got?
I'd like to say this penalty almost favors the Corsairs. You know, Wiedenfeld, one of the key players for the Owls on offense, so they're missing that component as they're going to go back on the attack here.
Yeah, cheese pizza is fine with everybody.
Here's Shane Malloy. Shane Malloy passes it over to Lemke. Back to Malloy. Malloy trying to find an opening, can't find anything, forced to pass it behind the goal. I was moving around a lot here. Here's Morgan. Morgan back to Shane Malloy. To Norris. Norris looking to find an opening. Norris charging. Norris shoots. Blocked. Saved there by McCaffrey. And McCaffrey comes away with it.
Yeah, McCaffrey,
yeah.
You know, he continues to impress. This could be a very different game right now if McCaffrey wasn't having such an awesome performance.
Yeah. This is up to Gibbons. Gibbons trying to get away from Hamill.
Don't think we've seen the Corsairs on attack all quarter. We'll see what they can do here.
Yep. Souza with it near side, passes it back to Rizzo. Rizzo gets that over to Jordan. Jordan slips because of the wetness, and we have a penalty coming. Delayed penalty. Two penalties coming here. And whistles blow. Let's hear what these penalties are for and who they're on.
At least one is going on 4.
Pretty sure the penalties are both on Owl players.
Yep, so we have one of them is on Steve Hamill for a slash.
So 1:30. Minute and a half. So 90 seconds.
Excuse me, it's only going to be on Steve Hamill's for a slash.
Yep.
So UMass has a minute and a half man advantage. Owls going to try and kill the penalty here. Still plenty of time in this quarter for UMass to get back into it. Shot taken high by Tim Jordan. This is the best opportunity that UMass has had all quarter, Matt.
It is, yeah, since they got on that tear in the first quarter.
Yeah. UMass is passing it around. Here's Rizzo. Rizzo passes it over to Jordan. Jordan shoots wide again. Excuse me, high again.
Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities here. I was going to say most of the game, when the Corsairs have gotten strong on offense, they've gotten the better of Chase Chamberlain.
Yep.
Haven't talked about him making saves at all yet.
Low shot taken there by Wieneck, and that is wide.
Yeah, these are all just not the best shots like we were seeing in the first. But they keep getting possession back.
Yes, they do. For those of you, assuming most of you watching right now are Lacrosse fans, but those of you that don't know, every time that a shot goes out of bounds, it is picked right back up by the team that just shot it. Tim Jordan passes that back to Wieneck. Wieneck passes it to Rizzo. Rizzo to Jordan. Jordan over to Souza. Passing around a lot here. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Gotta get one off.
Jordan forced a shoot and saved by Chamberlain. Chamberlain's been outstanding this season. The Owls
nice.
not able to pick it up. A little miscommunication there, and UMass gets it right back.
Here's Jordan with it again. He took a nice try there right before the shot clock, but
Yep.
Chamberlain, as we said, got the save there.
Souza to Swenson. Now here's Wieneck up top. Wieneck looking to drive. Wieneck forced to the side. Gets it back to Brzezinski. Brzezinski looking to shoot and passes it over to Wieneck. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 40 seconds. Wieneck slowing it down, passes it back to Tim Jordan. Jordan driving, Jordan gets it. Jordan loses it, turnover, but it's picked right back up by UMass.
Ground ball. Who's that?
UMass keeps it. Here is Swenson.
And strong defense by the Owls this time.
Very strong defense.
18 shot block.
And that shot is blocked here. Owls get it back. The Owls hoping to actually go on offense here, not turn it over.
That defense might produce some good offense here.
Yep. The Owls are able to clear it, but that pass is almost right out of the reach there of Morgan. And that shot will go wide
Bobby Carey.
by Carey.
Yeah, Carey got close in front of the net there, kind of tried flicking it. Looked like an easy shot, but
Yep.
not as easy as it looks all the time.
Marcella up to Fritchie. Excuse me, Fritchie. I was moving around far side. Getting around the horn. Fritchie looks to drive. Fritchie passes it over to Marcella, but a Corsairs player able to get a stick on it. And the Owls pick it up. Owls keep the possession. Just under 30 seconds to go on the shot clock. Here's Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld stopped. Fritchie looking to drive. Fritchie shoots. Fritchie's shot will go wide left. Owls, if you're just joining us, second quarter here, Owls lead 7-5 after getting down 5-2. Shane Malloy, and that pass will be out of reach of Fritchie. Now it's going to be a turnover. UMass gets it back.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It was 5-2 Corsairs, now 7-5 Owls. They've still scored the last 5 in a row, but for the first time in this game, we've seen a little bit of a period here where there hasn't been scoring for a couple minutes. Still high intensity though.
Yeah, this is the first, like you just said, this is the first period in the game here, first point in the game where it's been very even. No team has had much of an advantage. Here's the Corsairs with it. Corsair, that's pass to Souza. Souza on the near side, passes it to Rizzo. Rizzo goes up to White. White's still guarding Rizzo. Rizzo trying to get past White. Rizzo shot, scores! And right as we finish saying we haven't had many goals, UMass trims the Keene State lead to 1 goal. 7-6 now.
That's key for Rizzo. They're showing that the 5-goal streak they had in the first quarter was no joke. They're going to score again here. And they've cut the lead down to just 1 point now for the Owls.
Yeah, just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Very even game so far.
Man, yeah, very unexpected game too.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Owls were expecting this fight out of the Corsairs. You mentioned earlier in the year the Owls were able to beat them by 9 points, and the Corsairs were just barely able to sneak past Eastern Connecticut to get here.
Yep, and the Owls won that faceoff, but it's turned over. Here is underhand shot taken by Fozzie, will go wide left. Brzezinski passes that to Jordan. Jordan over to Rizzo. Rizzo with Downey on him and tripped up, and we have penalty coming here. This looks like it's going to be on Paxton Blanchard. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty coming against UMass. Excuse me, coming against the Owls.
Illegal something. I think it's an illegal body check.
Believe it was an illegal body check.
An unfortunate timing for the penalty there as Charles Malloy got the turnover right after the whistle was blown, but of course turnover won't count.
And that will go out of bounds, just out of reach of Rizzo. Owls able to force the turnover.
Yeah, now this turnover will count. Owls going back on offense.
And starting here is Malloy. Only 41 seconds left on the penalty. I was looking to get a short-handed goal, I'm sure, even though there's not much time. Whistle blows, and we have a timeout being taken by Keene State. And real quick, I'm just going to read those starting lineups for Keene State. Starting off for the Owls was Steve Hamill, Matthew Lemke, Dave Wiedenfeld, Joe Nutting, Charles Malloy, J.J. Downey, Noah DeGorsey, Gabe Cormier, Bobby Carey, and in goal was Chase Chamberlain. So, with that, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back on the Fenton Family Dealerships Owls Media Network. And coming out of the timeout here, Shane Malloy starts it for the Owls on the far side, being guarded by 2 UMass players.
They're still a man down.
Yep, Owls still a man down. This is over to Nutting. Nutting gets that over to to Marcella. Owls just looking to kill the penalty. Only 13 seconds left. They're just going to hold it a little bit here until it gets even.
Yeah, good strategy.
I'm sure Marcella's probably going to look to drive in these last few seconds, so they get an extra person, and the penalty has been killed. That's rolled right on over to Fritchie. Fritchie has scored a goal so far today. Fritchie met there before he gets close to the goal, and he loses it. Whistle blows it, staying with the Owls. And UMass isn't very happy with that. None of the UMass fans happy with this call. Shot taken by Marcella, saved by McCaffrey. Just under 5 minutes to go in the half.
Man, there's McCaffrey again, and that was an importantly timed save, too. That's going to give the Corsairs a chance to tie it up.
Shot up high. That was close there by Souza. Souza was right there. Ended up soaring on him and ended up looking a little more like a pass. This is up top here. Here's Rizzo. Rizzo met by Blanchard.
Now the Corsairs kind of slowing it down. Oh, lose it.
That goes right past Rizzo. The Owls trying to pick it up. Blanchard goes right into Corbin White when he was trying to pick it up.
Yeah, the 2 teammates running into each other.
Yep, but still a turnover. Owls get it back. Shane Malloy up top, slowing things down a little bit. Passes it up to Shane Malloy. Excuse me. Over to Fritchie. Fritchie over to Marcella to Malloy. Malloy thought about shooting it, pulls back. Here is Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld gets that up top to Marcella. Marcella puts the works on, tries to pass it to Wiedenfeld, will be right out of his reach, and that's a turnover on the Owls.
Man, I know Marcella likes shooting it. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, I think Marcella should have shot that one for sure.
Yeah, instead elected to try passing it to Wiedenfeld. I don't know if Wiedenfeld was expecting the pass either.
Here is Rizzo. Calling his name a lot. They get the ball to him a lot, and we have a penalty coming here, most likely against Coogan for the Owls. And a whistle blows.
23.
This is going to be on J.J. Downey, actually.
Man, that whistle blew. Honestly, bad timing for the Corsairs. Right as Kevin Swenson looked like he was going to have a chance in front of the net to score one.
Yeah, there's going to be a 1-minute penalty on the slash from Downey. Last time the Owls were at a disadvantage, they were able to kill it.
Now this is a good chance for the Corsairs to tie it up. Can they get good shots off? We've seen a lot of misses this quarter from them.
And that pass will be lost there by Przinski. Owls pick it up with just under 3 minutes to go. And that is cleared here. Right upfield is Shane Malloy. Malloy racing to the left of the goal, passes it to Marcella. I was just going to kill the penalty with 5 seconds left on the penalty, and the Owls are back at full strength. This is to Norris. Norris over to Fritchie. Fritchie passes up to, that is Carey. Carey shoots and scores.
Goal scored by number 41, Bobby Carey.
Owls bring their lead back up by 2 with just over 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and this quarter has been a lot more Owls so far. Obviously, they've outscored the Corsairs 3-1 in this quarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 2-point lead now coming near halftime.
That's a very important goal here for the Owls. And this face-off is won by Lemke. Lemke gets it over to Cormier. And Cormier up to Lemke.
Now the Owls got some
up to
momentum.
Carey.
They got some momentum after that goal, too. We've seen momentum's kind of been important today.
Yep.
This is a good chance for them to score again before halftime, get an even bigger lead.
Wiedenfeld has it. Wiedenfeld looking to pass it somewhere, can't find anybody. Wiedenfeld still behind the goal here, trying to work around Broche. Wiedenfeld passes that to Morgan. Up top here is Norris. Norris over to Flanagan. Flanagan, I believe, is the biggest player on this field, 6'4". Wiedenfeld with it again. Wiedenfeld, gets that right over to Morgan. Right out of the reach of Morgan. Turnover on the Owls. 1 minute to go. Plenty of time for UMass to get at least one more goal. And Fozzie able to clear it for UMass. Fozzie trying to work around Hamilton, and we have a timeout coming. We're going to be right back on the Fenton Family Dealerships Owls Media Network. And this is started by UMass. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. This is Wienek. Wienek passes it to Jordan. Jordan over to Rizzo. Rizzo has an opening. Rizzo slowed up back to Rizzo. Rizzo loses it, and Owls looking to pick it up. And that's picked up here by Hamilton. Owls with 20 seconds left. Shot taken, score! Nutting.
Number 14,
Beautiful job by the Owls on the transition there.
Yeah,
With just over 16 seconds left here.
right, a perfect end to the half for the Owls. They're going into halftime with all the momentum here.
Yep.
And
One
the
thing, though,
Corsairs.
is the Owls, you have to be safe here. 16 seconds is plenty of time for UMass to come back and do the same thing to them.
It is, right? We saw that's how this quarter started. Well, for the Owls at least.
Yeah.
They scored within 13 seconds. Either team could do that again here.
And this is going to be one. They're all battling. 10 seconds left, and it's won by White.
Corsair's going to make it hard on him here.
Yep. And 2 seconds, 1 second. That will do it for the first half. Owls go into halftime leading 9-6. Fantastic back and forth first half by these two teams. We'll see what happens in the second half of play. We're going to be right back in a few minutes with some halftime stats analysis and some analysis on this LEC bracket. We'll be right back on the Fenton Family Dealerships Owls Media Network. All right, and we're back here for some halftime stats and analysis. Owls in halftime now leading 9-6. They started off hot, scored the first 2 goals of the game in just about 2 minutes. Then just like that, UMass went on a 5-goal run, and the Owls got down 5-2. But just like that again, the Owls went on, I believe it was a five goal scoring streak, and they were able to get the lead back, and Owls really haven't looked back since then, Matt.
Yeah, a couple of solid streaks in the game. Really been the highlight on offense for both teams so far. Of course, in the first, the Corsairs had the 5 goals in a row against the #1 seed. Nonetheless, that's really impressive. But of course, the Owls, being that dominant team here in the LEC, responded back with 5 in a row of their own. Been a great game so far, you know.
Yeah.
I think, a lot of people might have expected Owl dominance coming in, but it hasn't really been that so far.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely been a back-and-forth game, and I believe it's going to be hard for UMass to come out in the second half here and make a comeback, because once you get down to this Keene State team by 3 goals, it's really hard to look back. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the LEC bracket here for a moment. The #1 seed in the tournament was Keene State. #2 seed was Plymouth State. 3, Western Connecticut. 4 is UMass Dartmouth. 5 is Eastern Connecticut, and 6 is UMass Boston. And in the first round, obviously, UMass Dartmouth beat out #5 seed Eastern Connecticut here to face Keene State. And actually, the #6 seed UMass Dartmouth beat out, UMass Boston beat out Western Connecticut to move on to face Plymouth State here in the semifinals. So today what's going on is obviously Keene State against UMass Dartmouth, and the second game is going to be Plymouth State, #2 Plymouth State against UMass Boston. Matt, what are you looking for in that game?
Well, yeah, I mean, and first, going back to the first round, there were a couple of really good games. Eastern Connecticut didn't go down easily against UMass Dartmouth, and how about the 6th seed UMass Boston? They had a really solid defensive showing against a team that's 3 seeds higher than them. So going into the game this afternoon, I mean, UMass Boston, you see the 6th seed left in there. Obviously, Plymouth State heavily favored. But if UMass Boston could get the defense rolling again like they did against WestCon, they already pulled off 1 upset. Can they make it 2? Move on to the championship. We'll see how it goes. But Plymouth State looking good later this evening.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens there, as the championship game is going to be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And we obviously will hopefully see you there. But we still have a game and a half to go. Just above 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Teams are coming back out in the field to warm up before the second half. We'll be right back on the Owls Media Network. right, and the second half here is about to get underway. Actually, maybe not. We're waiting on the refs here, actually. I don't know if the refs know that the second half is starting yet.
Oh, well, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, the players are ready at least. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But half an hour to go. 30 minutes remaining in this game. Owls lead 9-6. Only three go late. I'm sure you didn't really expect that. Definitely didn't expect the Owls to only have a 3-goal lead here.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the Corsairs, they've put on a good performance on offense so far, and got to tip the hat to their goalkeeper, McCaffrey, too, for his 10 saves in the first half.
Yeah.
Done a solid job.
Chase Chamberlain didn't really have to go to work too much. I mean, that's also possibly why the Owls are only up by 3, because Chase Chamberlain only has 1 goal compared to McCaffrey's 10. One save compared to McCaffrey's 10.
That's right, yeah, McCaffrey been definitely the better goalkeeper in this game.
Yep.
And again, he's had a lot more opportunities to save some shots.
Exactly. And the refs are back now. We're about to get underway here.
I don't really know. For identification. Yeah, it's normally for identification.
And just for a comparison here, Keene State has 27 shots against, and UMass Dartmouth has 20 shots against. So
okay, a bit closer than you might think, but yeah, definitely a good job by McCaffrey. If he could keep up the pace here on goalkeeping in the second half, then UMass Dartmouth is in this one.
For sure. And UMass does start with it. Here's Wienek. Wienek is met there by Keegan, I believe that is. Yep, nope, excuse me, Downey. And that will be a shot. Didn't see who was by, but UMass obviously keeps it.
Yeah, I thought Griffin was able to get it in there for a sec.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wide left it looked.
Przinski here. Przinski gets that up to Rizzo. Rizzo again with Downey on him. Downey chasing Rizzo around. That shot taken by Wienek, blocked, and the Owls pick it up. And that is cleared up to, excuse me, didn't see that was cleared up to DeGorsey, and DeGorsey retreats back to his defensive position. Moving around now is the Owls. Here's Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld gets that to Shane Malloy, and that pass is lost by Fritchie. And the Owls trying to keep it in bounds, and they're saying it's off of Matt Clement for UMass Dartmouth. Owls keep it. This is the first quarter that we've seen that a team hasn't scored in the first minute.
Or first 10 seconds.
Exactly. Fritchie on the far side. Good defense by Broche. And shot taken, score! Wiedenfeld. No sooner do we say, no early goal. Owls scored just like that.
Yeah, it took a bit longer than the first 2 quarters for the Owls, but still they're able to add another to their lead. And nice job by Wiedenfeld, you know. He didn't have anyone defending him. He was just kind of hanging out behind the Corsairs net, wrapped right around and put it in.
Yep. And it looks like we have, I'm guessing it probably be a false start as UMass picks it up.
Just out of curiosity, did you hear what that call was?
And Matt, one thing I am noticing, it looks like the skies are getting a little darker. Wondering if it might start raining here, but obviously lacrosse is not a game that shies away from rain. They will keep playing if it does rain here.
Right, and that would just add to the already not great field conditions that the players are facing.
And that shot is intercepted by, looks like Hamill.
See, maybe this is why Chamberlain hasn't had that many saves today. You know, the Owls' defense has been really strong. A lot of the shots aren't even getting to him.
Yep. And we have a, believe it was a, the ref is about to explain, I think the ref is about to explain what just happened. We're waiting on word. Not sure why the ref blew the whistle there. Might be accident, not sure. But either way, Keene almost lost the pass there, but the whistle saves him a little bit. Here's Fritchie shot. Saved by McCaffrey again. McCaffrey covers it up.
Smart move.
McCaffrey keeps it.
Yeah, smart move. Really not letting anyone, you know, get to it. Just cover it with his net and then pick it up.
Have to clear it within the next 3 seconds, and that's stolen away by the Owls. Here comes Malloy. Malloy passes it to Wienfeld.
Oh.
Wienfeld shot off the post.
Man, that's the third time that the Owls have had a shot hit the post in this one.
Yes, it is. Obviously, the Owls keep it shot off the post again by Shane Malloy.
That is unbelievable. That doesn't happen.
And the Owls are still keeping it. No. None of these UMass players, coaches, or fans are happy with that call.
The Owls fans are, though.
Yes, they are. People are jawing at the refs. Obviously, you don't want to see that in a college match. But nonetheless, we have Nutting passes that to Fritchie. Fritchie passed. Excuse me, that'll be turnover off Fritchie.
I think the Corsairs were really lucky that that offensive possession for the Owls didn't turn into a 5-point lead for them.
I totally agree with you. And here, Owls trying to cause a turnover here. They're battling, both teams battling for it. Looks like Shane Malloy comes away with it. Shane Malloy racing upfield. Look, Shane Malloy keeping it here on the near side, forced to pull back, slow it down a little bit. Passes it to Marcella. Marcella passes that over to Norris. Norris over to, I believe this is Morgan. Morgan passes it to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld behind the goal, looking for an opening. Met, though, by Fozzie. Wiedenfeld here on the far side. Good moves by Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld passes it to... Shot taken by Nutting. Nutting scores again. Make it 5-goal lead here.
How about that? Like a bolt of lightning, and all of a sudden, pass to Nutting, and he puts it in the net nearly every time he gets it. That's his 4th of the day.
I know. Nutting definitely having a great game so far here today. And this is won again by Lemke.
Now 10 minutes left in the quarter here.
Over to Norris. Norris on the near side passes that over to Flanagan. Flanagan gets it to Morgan. Morgan driving. Morgan getting past everybody, and we have penalties coming. Both refs flew through their flags at the same time.
That penalty, clear as day, hit to the face mask of Morgan.
Let's see what it is. It's going to be a slash on Patrick Wren of UMass, and it's going to be a 1-minute man advantage for the Owls. Owls on the power play.
Yeah, I mean man advantage, I'd call it.
Great opportunity here for the Owls.
Yeah, they're best of the game. Take a big lead.
Yep. Passed over. Shot scored by Bobby Carey. Just like that, the Owls are really starting to pull away here. The largest lead of the game for either team. 6-goal lead here for the Owls. 9.5 remaining in the third quarter.
That's right. And over the last 5 goals, they have all been scored by the Owls.
Yep. And we have a timeout coming for UMass. Good time to take timeout. We're going to be right back. All right, back off the timeout. Again, Owls lead 12-6 with 9.5 remaining in the first quarter. And this is going to be one. Looks like it's. Let's see, we're working our way closer and closer to McCaffrey. Still nobody winning it and not being able to win that. Now the Owls going on offense. And we have flags coming.
There's going to be 2, 17 and 14. Yeah, I think it's going to be both.
Believe it's going to be 2 penalties against the Owls. Nope, excuse me, against UMass.
I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Waiting to hear who it's on.
It's okay. No, it's good. You're good. 17 and 14. Yeah. Get ready.
It's going to be 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, locked in penalties. One on Alexi Fozzie and the other on Joe Nutting. It's locked in, so that means even if there's a goal, both of them will stay in the penalty area. So both teams playing some 8-on-8 for the next minute, no matter what.
7, 2.
Fritchie driving with it. Fritchie forced to the right side, passes it over to Shane Malloy. Here's Bobby Carey. Bobby Carey can't find an opening. Wants to pass it to Shane Malloy, I'm sure, but waits till he gets to the side, and Shane Malloy is forced to the right side here. Shane Malloy pulls away, goes behind the goal. Shot almost taken there by Marcelli. Pulls back. Back to Carey. Owls moving, passing around a lot. Plenty of time to shoot. Still 35 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets that back to Fritchie. Fritchie looking to drive. Fritchie forced to the right side and behind the goal here. Passes it to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld still can't find anything yet. And both those penalties are clear. Shot taken, score! Wiedenfeld. 13-6. Owls just starting to pile it on now, Matt.
Yeah, no doubt. And a solid goal by Wiedenfeld. That's actually his first of the game. One of the Owls' leaders in scoring. It took him a while, but finally got it.
Yeah, obviously by the way this game is looking, didn't really need him even without any goals, but nonetheless, Owls lead 13-6 here now. 7:55 remaining.
And still plenty of time left here in the game, but Keene State continuing to improve their chance on making another trip back to the championship game. And the Corsairs will take it this time.
UMass with it on the far side. This is, we didn't see who it was. That is Souza. Passes it over. Now we have Wienek with it. Wienek slowing it down. Passes it over to Rizzo. Rizzo with a Blanchard on him. Rizzo shoots. Rizzo's shot saved by Chamberlain. Chamberlain, that's his second save of the game.
Yeah, decent attempt by Rizzo, but it was pretty far out. Gave Chamberlain a lot of time to react.
Yep, and Chamberlain almost takes it right to midfield when he passes it up to Carey. Almost went out of bounds, but Carey's able to save it. Pass it around. Here's Nutting. Nutting still with it, forced to pass it over to DeGorzi. Shot will go off the crossbar.
Shot taken by Nutting. Well, yeah, that's how it works.
And this is behind the net now to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld looking for an opening. Wiedenfeld spins around, and Wiedenfeld's shot will go high.
That was a good chance right in front of the net, but
That was a good job by Wiedenfeld going for it instead of trying to pass it away. He was right there. He had an opening, but it just goes a little high. Flanagan with it. The only thing about Flanagan, even though he's a big kid, he's not too fast. And we going to be a turnover, and it's going to be a penalty on Flanagan.
What's the call here? Yeah, it's going to be a penalty.
Yep, going to be a penalty on Flanagan. Waiting to see what it's for. And we think it's going to be a delay of game.
What? Is there a penalty there or no?
I need a time.
30 seconds. Yeah, they got to tell us. Yeah, the ref's got to tell us.
30-second man advantage for UMass coming.
What?
Wait, 2 seconds on the game clock?
5:57. Okay. I didn't even say what the penalty was.
Yeah, and here is UMass. Again, Wienek passes that over to Rizzo. Rizzo, shot taken there by Jordan, and I believe it's saved by Chamberlain, picked up by the Owls.
Jordan almost got the lucky shot there. It almost whiffed past all the players.
Yep. Taken up on the far side, can't see who it is. Looks to be DeGorsi. Carry behind the goal, 5.5 to go in this third quarter. The penalty is over. Morgan with it on the near side, guarded by Broche.
12.
Shot taken there by Wiedenfeld. Saved by McCaffrey.
Man, and it would have been such a nice assist by Morgan, too. He was just kind of looping around the net, and then out of the corner of his eye, saw Wiedenfeld right there. Wiedenfeld couldn't make it happen, though.
Yep, and the Corsairs able to clear it, and turnover caused there by the Owls. Didn't see who it was by.
Ground ball.
I didn't see.
This is passed all the way up to Downey. Downey racing towards the goal.
Could be a fast
Downey
break here.
Passes it over to Carey, and Carey gets the goal.
Wow.
14-6.
Man, unbelievable. Just like that. A fast possession.
And Bobby Carey gets that one in the 5-hole. I was really, like I said, after that last goal, I was definitely starting to pile it on now. I'm sure the UMass players and coach aren't very happy with it. I know, seen many of times that they're not happy with the calls, but
Yeah, someone was talking about it pregame though. They are realistic. They knew it would be a big challenge coming into this game, taking on the Owls. The Corsair coaches did. They managed it well so far, but yeah, now the Owls haven't let them score even once this quarter.
And again, Owls do have possession. We're coming into the final 19 minutes of this whole game. Marcella passes that back to Fritchie. Fritchie looking dry. Fritchie shot high. Owls keep it.
And Fritchie's been mixing it up a lot in there today. You know, only 1 goal on the game, 2 on the season, but he's had a lot of shots. Just a lot of them haven't gone his way.
Yeah, and here's Fritchie again. Fritchie trying to work his way past some defenders, passes it back to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld gets it up top, and Shane Malloy comes away with it. Shane Malloy gets that to Carey. Carey can't find an opening. Here's Nutting. Nutting driving. Nutting behind the back, and we have penalties coming.
Probably smart penalties there. Nutting was trying to just bull his way in there and put it in the net.
Yes, he was. We're going to wait to see what the penalties are. Looks like it's going to be a slash. Didn't see who it's on.
Looks like 2 Corsair penalties here.
Let's see. It's going to be a slash on Ty Collins. 1 minute penalty. Owls have 1 minute man advantage here.
Not good for the Corsairs. Again, everything going right for the Owls in this quarter. They got a chance to take a 9-point lead now.
And passed over to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld to, to Marcella. Shot taken wide by Cato. Carry up top. Shot taken by Fritchie, but it's blocked by a UMass player. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And there's Fritchie again. A nice shot attempt.
Yep.
But no good.
Shot taken there by Nutting wide. 24 seconds left on the man advantage for the Owls. Owls doing a good job putting the pressure on while they have that extra man.
Yeah, perfectly said. I mean, the shots keep coming. One's bound to hit, you would think.
Yep, that shot looked like it was going to be a pass to... Looked like it was going to be a pass to Cato, but it ends up being a shot on goal, and it's saved by McCaffrey.
Yeah, Carey kind of perfectly threw it into the face mask of the goalkeeper, McCaffrey.
Yep, and the Corsair is able to successfully kill the penalty. Rizzo's driving, but met by Morgan. Rizzo keeps it, pulls back. John Morgan passes it to, Souza. That's a turnover. Owls get it back. Racing downfield now is Morgan. Morgan passes it over to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld gets it up to Nutting, and we have a penalty coming. Shot taken by Wiedenfeld will go wide, and let's see who the penalty's on. It's most likely going to be on the Corsairs, as they were forced to use a penalty.
30 seconds.
This one is going to be on Griffin Wieneck. It's only 30-second man advantage for the Owls.
And again, committing a foul against Joe Nutting. Has smart fouls, stopping the Owls' star player, but that does put them up a man again.
Yep. To carry to Wiedenfeld. Marcella's pass to Wiedenfeld is high, and now UMass will get it back. And UMass able to clear it with the pass over to Coombs. And UMass able to successfully kill another penalty. Minute remaining in the third quarter here. Rizzo on the far side tries to bounce that one in. Saved by Chamberlain. It's picked up by Hamill for the Owls. Now here comes the Owls. Here comes Blanchard. Blanchard passes that over down low to Nutting, and Nutting gets another goal on his day. No goal. Never mind, he was in the crease. In the crease, that's going to be a turnover, though, so UMass gets it back. 33 seconds left.
Yeah, it looked like it for a sec there. Good call by the refs.
Yep. 6 seconds for UMass to clear it, and they, just like that, they cleared up to Gibbons. Gibbons racing. Gibbons shot. Goal. UMass cuts that lead down to only 7 goals for the Owls. 20 seconds, just over 20 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Nice timed goal by the Corsairs.
Yep.
You know, if they're able to find some momentum at the start of the fourth quarter, that's good. They can now build off of that goal. Still will be a really tough comeback.
Yep, they could very well come right back into this game with a strong start to the fourth quarter. And this is going to be both teams battling for it here, waiting to see who's going to win it. And this one's going to go out, they're saying, off of a Keene State player with 7 seconds left. That is up to Jordan. Jordan with 3 seconds. 2. Jordan holds it, shot, and will go wide to end the third quarter. Owls lead 14-7. We're about to start the final 15 minutes of this game. We're going to see who wins. We'll be right back. And back here for the final 15 minutes of play. This is immediately won here by Schenk. And turnover, UMass gets it back, and they're able to clear it. Spinning away is Gibbons. Gibbons gets it over to Jordan. Jordan passes it over to Rizzo. Rizzo with player on him, trying to find an opening, used a spin move. That's not able to get by him, and Rizzo pulls back. Passes it over to Wienek. Wienek trying to put stutter step of sorts on Morgan. Shot taken and shot again. Saved by Chamberlain. Chamberlain having a good third and fourth quarter so far here.
Yeah, no doubt. Only allowed the one goal.
Yeah.
With 20 seconds left in the third.
Doing a great job.
I think those were important stops by Chamberlain there. If the Corsairs were able to get another goal right at the start of the fourth quarter here, that would have made things interesting.
I was looking to get something going, trying to extend on their 7-goal lead here. Wiedenfeld tries to get that to Shane Malloy. He loses it and able to pass it over to Marcella.
Yeah, flick it up to Marcella.
Great.
Smart play by Malloy.
Yep.
Very heads up.
It's over to Fritchie. Fritchie looking to drive, forced right in. He rolls that in
Look
there.
at that.
Fritchie with another goal in the day. 15-7 now for the Owls.
I was just going to say, if Fritchie didn't score there, you know, expect him to score again. But there it is, you know, his second of the day. And good time to have your best game of the season,
For
right?
sure.
You know, here in the semis.
And face off again here. One thing to mention, Matt, you were saying how Fritchie, that's so far his best game of the year. He's only had one goal so far other than today. That's also, I meant to say this. This is because he was actually injured for most of the season. He's normally one of the Owls' top players, but he's been injured, so.
Yeah, really had to battle through that adversity. And, you know, again, nice time for not only your best game of the year, but how about a comeback game, if you will, you know? Carey getting roughed up back there.
Our executive producer, Nick, actually reminded me of that Fritchie was injured for most of the season. And that's taken in by McCaffrey.
Really just you okay over there? Calling me the producer when Chris is the one producing.
Oh, no, you're the executive producer. Chris is the normal producer. And this is passed back to Flanagan. Flanagan, instead of driving it, passes it over to Norris. Norris over to Nutting. Nutting looking to drive. Nutting forced behind the goal. Doesn't pass it to Wiedenfeld. Stays behind the goal. Pass to Morgan. Morgan back to Nutting. And it's right out of his reach. And UMass gets it back. And that pass will go wide, way too far out, and Keene State gets it back. And this is Downey, but Downey passes it to Norris. Norris far side of the field here. Norris passes it behind. Now Nutting with it near side. Nutting back to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld trying to get towards the front of the goal. Not able to. Met there by some defenders. Pass towards Morgan. Morgan scores. Believe that went in the 5-hole again.
Owls goal scored by number 3, John Morgan.
Owls extend their lead to 9.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to score. If McCaffrey, you know, seeing as how he's been so good today, why not, you know, take the shots for the 5-hole?
Exactly.
Can one of you guys pull up live stats and see how many Wiedenfeld has?
I don't have Wi-Fi, so I can't.
I'll do it. Once we get a break.
This is one here by Downey. Downey gets that over to Wiedenfeld. Excuse me, that was actually won by Shank. Nutting on the near side, passes it over to Flanagan. Flanagan gets it over to Morgan. Morgan over to Norris. Norris looking to drive. Norris passed back to Wiedenfeld. Wiedenfeld, Flanagan. Flanagan scores.
Wow. Just like that, man. That was a perfectly executed offensive possession.
Yes, it was. That brings largest lead of the game now up to 10.
I don't think that's the best possession we might have seen all day. I mean, just the quickness, the passing, the defense can't keep up with it.
Yep, great passing, and Flanagan saw his opportunity, got the defense in rotation a little bit there, and took advantage.
That's right, yeah. Awesome execution there by Keene State. They got the 10-point lead now.
One thing to mention, too, Matt, is Dave Wiedenfeld is 1 assist away from a single-season record here.
Wow.
And actually, one thing that's interesting, and the previous record was his record that he set last year. So if he gets one more assist, he... Excuse me, he needs 2 more assists to break it, 1 more to tie.
Well, he's got a good chance right here to get him in
does.
this game.
Again, the Owls are on the offensive. Nutting passes that over to Dawson. Dawson passes it to Carey. Carey tries to pass it, but met and gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan with Coombs on him. Flanagan passes behind the goal. Now Nutting with it. Nutting looking to get in front of the goal. Nutting gets around, passes it up to Norris, and that shall be saved by McCaffrey. Just under 10 minutes to go in this game.
I seen the hustle there by Norris, him able to get a shot in. He's only got 5 goals on the season, so you know he wants some more, especially here in the playoffs.
Of course, this is almost intercepted there by Hamill on the pass up. Here comes Jordan. Jordan's shot
wild shot.
will go wide. Possibly lost his footing.
Yeah.
That's passed to Przinski. Przinski gets it over to Wienek. Over to Souza. Souza to Swenson. Swenson on the far side. That pass was to Przinski. He almost loses it, but he gets it. And shot will go wide by Przinski. Owls. Excuse me. Yep, that will be a shot.
I'm not sure what Przinski was trying there. It looked like he was still behind the net.
Yeah, I don't know if he was behind the. I don't know if he was behind the net, but he was almost
parallel
with the net. Excuse me.
Tried, I guess, wrapping in there, but didn't work out.
Yep, bad angle, but tried to get it, and this is turned over. Owls get it back. 8.5 to go. This is passed over to France. Here comes Norris. And that pass will be on the ground, turned over. UMass gets it back.
I think with 8 minutes left in the game here and the Corsairs being down by 10, to have any chance, they'll need to start striking quick here.
Yeah, Matt, that's not really a good way to start striking quick. That pass was maybe 2 yards over the nearest player's head. Oh, that sailed right out of bounds.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's the best way to describe it. All right, we're going to move on from that. Here comes Shane Malloy. Shane Malloy passes it over to Norris. Norris over to Dawson. Dawson back to Flanagan. Owls really moving around here. Here comes Norris. Norris looking to drive. Norris passes it over to... Sorry, couldn't see who that was, but it'll be out of his reach. Bunnell, that's who it was passed to, but it's out of his reach now. UMass picks it up. 7.5 remaining. And they're able to clear it with the pass up to Fozzie. Fozzie racing towards the net. Fozzie forced to pass it over to
11, 7.
Przinski
Up by 45.
and is picked
Oh,
up
slips.
by an Owls player.
45. Never mind.
And here we go. Losing and picking up, but White able to come away with it, and he's able to clear it for the Owls. White is still racing up, and we have a penalty, delayed penalty coming. It's going to be against the Corsairs. Moving behind the net now is an Owls player.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, 1 minute, 7 blue.
Ball's out
The
here.
penalty is going to be on Josh Souza for
7 blue.
unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty.
Got it.
Owls get the 1-minute man advantage.
Again in the second half, not even just this quarter. Everything's going right for the Owls.
Yes, it is,
A
for
chance
sure.
to, extend their lead even more now.
One of the refs is explaining this to the UMass coach, Ryan Murphy. I'm sure Ryan Murphy not very happy with the unsportsmanlike conduct call,
Right.
but
Yeah, Tyler, certainly it was an exciting start to this game. Saw the Corsairs
Yeah.
take a decent lead at the start of it, but since then the Owls, they're showing why they're number one and
Yes,
why they
they
have
did.
been for so long.
net shot by Morgan will go wide. And here comes Fozzie. Fozzie trying to clear it, and he's able to clear it. Here comes Gibbons. Gibbons trying to race around here. Gibbons on the near side finds an opening, and we have a timeout taken by UMass. We're going to take it with them. We're going to be right back. All right, we're back here. We have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Justin Norris. It's a 1-minute locked-in penalty, and there's only about just under 20 seconds remaining for the penalty for Sosa. Both teams playing 8-on-8 for the next 8 seconds. Here's Jordan behind the net, and that penalty is cleared for Dartmouth. UMass has the man advantage for the next 30 seconds.
Right,
Locked
this
in,
is their
so if
best
UMass
chance.
so if UMass scores, they still have the man advantage. Przinski to Rizzo. Rizzo to Jordan. And that's going to be a turnover. And the Owls look like they're about to successfully kill the man advantage. Chamberlain passes that up. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, and the Owls kill the penalty. Here comes Dawson. Dawson on the near side corner. Dawson forced behind the goal. Dawson looking for somebody, passes it to Cato. Cato to Norris. Most of the main players here aren't on the field for the Owls except for Shane Malloy. Shane Malloy is still in here. He's behind the goal right now. Looks to move in front of the goal, pulls back, shoots, saved by McCaffrey. And we have a penalty coming again.
Can you be more clear, please? What's the penalty? 30 seconds on who? 3? Yep, 3 and 30 seconds.
It's going to be a 30-second penalty for Tim Jordan for the offsides. So 30-second penalty. Owls have 30-second man advantage. Just over 4 minutes to go in this game. Owls passing around here. Flanagan passes that to Cato. Back shot wide by Thurston. Owls still have it, obviously. And that pass will be out of reach of Flanagan. Flanagan knows that he can't get it, so the Owls make some substitutions. And the Corsair is able to kill the penalty off. And that was a bad pass. It goes right to Fawcett. Score! That goal was scored by Ben Bunnell.
Was there a turnover?
Turnover by their
18-7. Now, that's pretty much about it here.
Yeah, the Owls, they have that 11-point lead, and if you're into numbers, they're also looking at their 11th trip in a row to the championship game.
Unbelievable.
Haven't missed it since 2008, and of course, they've won the last 5. Looking to continue the dominance of the conference this year.
Yep.
Strong showing today against the Corsairs.
Yeah, very strong showing. And like we kept talking about, the Corsairs started really strong, but they haven't scored. They scored most of their goals in the... Yeah, they scored almost all their goals, 90% of their goals here in the first quarter. They scored 5 of their 7 goals in the first quarter. Then they scored 1, I believe only 1 in the second and 1 in the third.
Yeah, and haven't been
Not
able
mistaken.
to put one up in this quarter
Yep.
yet. Yeah, the game had a completely different vibe in the first quarter, though. They got that unbelievable 5-goal streak, looking like the better team for a bit, actually.
Yeah.
But then, the Owls took over since then.
Either way, now, of course, the Corsairs do have it in their attacking zone. This is passed over to Wienek. Wienek over to Rizzo. Rizzo looking to work around Keene State player. Shot taken by... Excuse me, that shot taken by Przenski, and will go wide right.
How about this, too? This is the impressive stat. Since the Corsairs had that lead 5-2, the Owls have outscored them 16-2.
Unbelievable.
Since then.
That shot was right off the stick of... Couldn't see who stick went off. I think it went out off of Coat. And now the Owls going on the offensive. And that'll be turnover. UMass gets it back. 2:20 remaining. It's passed all the way over to Clement. Clement gets that over to Collins. And UMass passing it around a lot here. This is Gibbons. Gibbons shoots, saved by Chamberlain. Chamberlain loses control of it and is able to knock it over to Keene State player. I was going on the aggressive again. They're able to clear it in that pass. And we have a few shots here going fast, but no goal, and the Owls able to pick it back up. 60 seconds on the shot clock, 1:30 on the game clock. Thurston has it. Tanner passes that over, moving around here. I'm sure the Owls might just try and kill a little bit of time here. Just under a minute to go. This is Tanner. Tanner passes that over to Waldman. The Owls really just passing around trying to kill some time. They have 10 seconds on the shot clock, though, here.
They might attempt a shot here before it's over.
Yep. 13. And shot taken there by Tanner. Good idea. And it's actually going to be a shot clock violation. Final 30 seconds. Owls look like they're going to win this.
Probably. Looking ahead, too, in a little bit after, we'll see Plymouth State face UMass Boston.
Yes, we will.
The winner of that will face the Owls tomorrow.
Yeah, that should be a very good seed, the 2 and 6 seed. But the 6 seed, obviously, like we said, upset the number 3 seed, so we never know.
Yeah, never know what could happen there.
Exactly. UMass Boston, if they're able to beat the 6th seed, that means, if they're able to beat the 3rd seed, then they could very well beat the 2nd seed.
Yeah.
But either way, Matt, with this win, the Owls advance to the LEC championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against the winner of the game at 7 o'clock. So we should be, like I said, should be a very good game, and tomorrow for sure will be a very good game. We'll see what happens, though. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back in about an hour for the game UMass Boston and Plymouth State. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Tyler DeRosa, joined alongside by Matt Holderman.